So hello everyone and welcome back. In this tutorial you're going to be learning how you can create this combat system. So when you hit on the front of the character, of the bot, you can just punch the character doing some combos at the maximum of 3. So if you punch once, it's going to reset the value, and then you're gonna punch again with the same punch animation and the same hit animation of the bot. If you hit from the back, the bot is going to play the hit animation from the back, and then you can punch as well. So it's going to make the bot fall on the third one. And also same happens for the front, as you can see. And I'm doing this with motion warping. So if I try to hit the bot away, the motion warp is not going to work, and if I get closer, it works. So the motion matching works in a distance, in a determined distance from the character to the bot. And all that's happening here is just a box, as you can see right here. When I get in front of the bot, on this area, the motion warping works, and when I step out of the box, it doesn't work anymore. Also, you see this. The way the punch works is by sphere trace channel. So when you punch, the first combo generates, when it really hits the bot, it generates the blue line, which means that it detected the bot. And on the second punch we have green, and you can also increase the size of the sphere trace to whatever value you want, whatever value you need. And on the third you get orange, so that means that we punched 3 times, so like that. So that's basically how it works. That's basically how the system is done. And if you go here, this is going to be the code. This is the code for the punch. I'm going to be doing from scratch, kind of from scratch. I'm just gonna have some coding that I had on the previous tutorial that I made, and this is what it looks like, the graph, the animation graph of the enemy. And this is the animation graph of my character. That's all I have here. And let's go for the tutorial. So to start off this, I want to show you what I have on my blueprint. So here I have the setup variables. I get the pistol yellow right here. I did from the previous tutorial. Mount body, I mount the metahuman character. Here I have some set master pose component, and if I don't know, this comes with the metahuman as well. The BP bot, we need this to get actor of a class, and promote this variable to bot. Here, don't worry about this number. You're gonna see it in the assets. It's just because I have a copy of the original and the copy that I'm going to use for the tutorial. So let me just go to word settings, and then I'm going to use the copy for the tutorial. Same for the bot. I'm going to delete the original and then add the copy. Alright. And when I hit play, I have the copy working, everything fine. If I press the left mouse button, it's not gonna work because I don't have the code yet. The camera target lock, I use the event tick for the camera, so when it locks my camera to the bot. I did it in this previous tutorial. Let's go back to Imori. Let me see, slide animation, that's everything I have in here, just for you to not get confused, get lost in the tutorial. So this is the code that I have in here, target lock. Let's go to the BP bot. This is the code that I have. This is everything that I have in here. I have to change this. I have to cast to the copy of the Imori 2. Get player character. You can do that as well. You can already follow the tutorial on here. Promote to variable. Compile, save, and then you can, and then I can delete this, the old one. Alright, that's everything you gotta do in here. This character I got from the Epic Games store. You can get it for free. So let's go to the ABP menu 2. This is the animation blueprint that I use for the metahuman character Imori. The only changes that I've made is the Y pitch and Z yaw. This is for the look left and look right. I have this meta character variables that gets the variables from here. Yeah, and the cast as well. I have to cast before I can set the variables of my character. Now this is everything that I have on the event graph. Now let's go to the anim graph, the animation graph. This is the look at, and on the locomotion, we have idle to active walk. The active walk is the strafe animation. This animation right here. So when I hold the right mouse button, it goes to the active walk. This is everything that happens here. And to go from idle to active walk, we need to get the information of target locked. If the target is locked, then we can go the same from here, walk run. And yeah, this is the code I have in here. Now let's go to the ABP enemy, the animation blueprint of the bot. Let's go to locomotion, and here I have active walk. And this is, I have the UE4 strafe animation for the bot. That's everything I have here. And on the event graph, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this as well. And you're gonna need the ground speed and direction. And BP Mori 2, yeah. Here I'm casting to my character, my metahuman character. And on here, I don't need this as well. Yeah, that's everything you gotta have on the UE4. Alright, so let's go for the tutorial. For us to be able to hit the bot, we're going to need a trace. So we're going to go to Imori 2. And on here, let's type right mouse button and left. So we're gonna add a variable called right clicked. Left clicked. I'm gonna try to do this fast. So here when I punch, it checks if I'm holding the right mouse button. So now we're gonna go to the mesh of the MetaHuman skeleton. So if you go to the viewport, you see that his hands is highlighted. That means that the body is selected. So you can click here on this browse, and then double click on this. Go to the skeleton, and then here I have added a point where the trace is going to start on his hand. If I type trace, if I type punch, and no, actually it's on the, well, if you have your mannequin retargeted to the BP third person character, you're going to be using the mesh of the skeleton, of the default UE5 skeleton. So in my case, it's this one. I'm going to have to do it for I'm gonna have to go here and then go to the skeleton. If I type punch, I'm gonna see that I have points, the start and end points for each hand. So the start and end points are here. So I want the trace to start from here and then end here. And if you don't know how to add that, if you want to add for the left hand, you can just click here on the hand, left, add socket, and then here you're going to say trace start, I don't know, left hand, and then you're going to move this up, and then you're gonna click here on hand again, and then add socket, and then you're going to say trace and left hand, and then you're going to put it in the bottom here. So we have start and end, so you're gonna do that to the left and right hand. And also if you have kick animations, you're gonna add for the leg as well. So maybe you're gonna place your start point of the trace in here, and then the end on here. I guess that's everything. So you gotta check the name, punch. I gotta write on the notepad. It's better for you to write on the notepad so you don't forget the names. Start. There we go. You can close out of that. Close this. So here on the event graph, we're gonna need the event tick for that. So here on the event tick, we're going to trace line by channel, I guess. Line trace by channel. And then alt hit here, you can just play structure pen, and then they're gonna get all these values. So when the trace hits something, we can just drag off of this, and then you're gonna get the information that you need. So we're gonna drag off the mesh, get socket, ball name, no, get socket location, for now we're just going to do a test. So we're going to click here on draw debug type. We're going to choose for duration. It's going to lag a bit when you do this, but it's just temporary, just to test things out. So here on the return value, you can just plug in the star, and then on the star here, you're going to, of course, if you have the, depending on which punch animation you have, you're going to, let me see which animation I'm going to play first. Punch right. Let me see, punch right. I have this animation here, punch right. So I'm gonna want to start from the right arm. Punch star R, right here. Punch end. Okay, so now let's hit compile, save. Third person map. Let's click on play. It's not the one that I wanted, but also works. Yeah, it's not the one that I wanted. So it's sphere trace by channel. Sphere trace by channel works the best. So I'm gonna just show you why. Then one, get socket location. Okay, there you go. Sorry for that. Draw debug type is for duration. And then play. Okay, it's not. Sphere trace by channel. Oh yeah, because I think it's radius. If you type 8, we're gonna get, yeah, this is the one that I want. And then it's, you see here that it turns red, and then when I go here, it hits something, it detects the wall, so it turns green. And this is perfect. So when I hit the bot, I think it turns green as well. Yep. It looks like the character already has a superpower or something. So this is good. So out here on the hit actor, we're going to get the bot, and then we're going to detect if the bot was hit. So we're going to get the actor, and then on the branch condition, here I want to print a string. And if it's, we're gonna know if the trace line detected the bot. As you can see, it detected. So that's good, it's working. So now, as you can see here, we have sphere trace by channel connected into the event tick, directly into the event tick. But we don't want that. We want the sphere trace by channel only gets activated when the character punches the bot. We don't want it to get like turned on every time. So the way you can approach this, we can create a variable here, and then we're gonna say trace line player trace line. Player trace line, player trace. Animation of the player trace has ended. So we're going to get this to a branch. And then we're going to set this variable in here inside the ABP menu, maybe on the right punch. Let's browse through this. So here, you can go here to your animation, right punch animation. So here you can see already added animation notifies here called start punch R and end punch R. So I'm going to add an event and the many to event graph. So when it hits the point between this point here, it's going to turn this variable to true. So it's going to start the sphere trace by channel on the event tick from my character animation, my character blueprint. And when it turns, so when it ends, so when the time interval from this to this, when it hits this point right here, it's gonna turn my variable to false, this variable right here. So it's not going to this is not going to work anymore. So the way we can do that, of course, if you have already added here the start punch R event, you can just do by right click animation, add animation notify, and then write your animation notify here. So you can type like mine I did here, start punch R blah blah blah, and then you can add whatever name and then place it here where you want your trace line to appear. So in my case here, it's the momentum that the animation starts, the punch starts to be in there. So poof. So I want the trace line to be here. I'm gonna delete this. So the way I can control the event notify is inside the EBP menu and inside the animation, the event graph. And here, if you haven't, and here you can add let's see, start punch R, start punch R. No, not done the enemy. Start punch R. So you're going to create a variable like this. I have created already here. Player trace punch ended, and then you're gonna set this variable. On the end punch R, you're gonna set it to true. And then you're going to get the BP more set player trace ended, and then duplicate this. And there we go. No. Well, duplicate. Make sure to compile your BP more too. Save all. Compile. There you go. No, this is setting a. This is basically setting up. So let's play montage. Go to your right punch, we need to create a montage from this. So just right click and create animation montage. I already have mine here, so I just click on that. And then you select the asset from the content browser. Save. And the mesh is this one. So we're gonna come back here on the menu. Here on player trace punch ended, we're going to set this the default value to true. Mine is already set it, so we're gonna do the same for the inside of here. True. Compile, save. Let me just move my camera. Near the character so I can better see the trace line. There we go. That's my trace line. Detected the bot. Blah blah blah. Detected the wall as well. Detect everything. There we go. Now when it detects the bot, I want the bot to play the hit animation so it can actually hit. But before that, click on your bot, go to details. Here on the search bar, type control, and then here on the AI controller class, choose AI controller. So the bot can move when you attack him. One thing to do here on the enemy as well, go to animation preview, and then the root motion mode, you choose root motion from everything. Same here on the AVP menu, root motion from everything. Go back to AVP enemy. So here on the event graph, we need to know when the player hits the bot. If it hits the bot, let's create a variable so that we know when the character hits the bot. So let's see, player hit a bot, and then set this to true, and then I'm going to add a delay, and then I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it to be true forever. Okay. So here you're gonna get the hit attack. I have mine here, so just get this one right here, and then just if you have your hit, I'm going to be posting the hit animation from in the description below, so you can get those animations. So from here, from active walk, we're going to access this one, and if the player has hit the bot, it's gonna play the animation. We're going to uncheck this loop animation and double click on this and enable root motion. If your animation doesn't have root motion, you can just get another one that has. And on here, you can just go automatic rule based. Just check this option on. So what's that gonna do? It's going to When the animation finishes, it's going to go back to the active walk. When I hit the pot, nothing happens yet. Let me see why. Maybe we should place is valid instead. If it's valid, there you go. Oh, it's the same thing. I don't know why it's not working. Let me just do a simulation here. I think... Oh. Make sure to select your right animation class. So when I hit play... Okay, it's playing. Now, let's add just a sound effect. Go to this target light, and then you can add like a notify track in here. Add a notify of get notify, play sound, and then you can choose your punch 5 in here. This is the better way to do this. So it's going to play the punch sound effect at the very beginning. So you can place it like right here. It's very good. And that's better. Now that I use the right punch, we're going to do the same to the left punch. So here I have the left punch animation, and remember that you have to get the socket for the right and the left arms. So for the star and trace lines. Where is it? Left punch. Here I have my left punch animations, and there's all this animation notifies here. These ones are the most important. You can get the same punch R notify in the left punch animation as well. It's gonna work the same thing. But in the BP Mori 2, we're going to have a different socket location when when we just punch. We want the socket location to be in a different place, in a different location. It's not in the same punch and R. It's not going to be on the right hand anymore. It's going to be on the left. So what we can do here, let's just organize this a little bit. You can just move this away, like right here. And what we can do here, we can copy all this. And then here you can modify, you can say this is L, this is L. can copy this as well. Hit actor in here, and then on true. Okay, compile, save. Now we're going to do the combo system. So I'm going to just drag and drop the link so you can download. So you can just copy this custom event right here. Punch combo start. We're going to create a variable called combo limit. The variable type is integer. So this is the combo system that I created. Of course, there are better ways to do this, but this is the one that I've made myself. Actually, I don't need this, and it works. So, and this is the delay duration that the combo limit decreases. So you can modify that if you want to. I'm going to set this to 1.5. And this is called punch combo start. And we're going to go to the event tick. We're going to go print string. We're going to write 0 here. Drag and drop the combo limit right there. So let's go here on the left mouse button, and here you're going to type combo start, punch end. So here you're going to get a branch, and if the combo limit is 1 equals to 1, we're going to play this animation right here on the right punch. And if it's not, we're going to check to see if it's going to be the left punch montage. Left. This is 1. This is 2. Now when here I'm just going to add a check depending on which comma limit. If it's 1, then it's playing the right punch. If it's not the first one, then it's false. And then it goes to check for the second combo limit. So let's do just a simulation to see if it's working alright. So when I press for the first time the left mouse button, it goes to the first one. If I press 2 times, it goes to the second one. I'm going to show you how it looks like in the game. When I go like that, and then punch again, it's going to the trace, it's going to be on the left hand. It was on the right hand, but now it's on the left. I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove duration, prove that. So here I'm going to have, well, I don't have the option to choose the color of the sphere trace by channel for some reason. Oh, here I have, okay, so trace color, hit color. I'm going to choose white, and here I'm going to choose green. Here I'm going to choose white, and here I'm going to choose, wait, this is blue, this is green. So that means this is the right hand when I punch with the right hand, and this is the one, oh sorry, wait. Yeah, this is the one that I punch with the right, and the left hand on the bottom. The second punch. This right hand, and left hand, right hand, and left hand. You see, when I punched, the character didn't move at all. That's because inside the enemy, we have these state machines, and we have only the light combo. We can duplicate this. To fix that, we can duplicate this, and we can call this, oops, we can call this second. We can do that. And then here we can go to the event graph to get the combo. Get combo limits. Mode this to a variable so we can get the variable right here. So with this information of the variable from the character, we can go back there and then get the player hit bot and boolean combo limit, blah blah blah. Get combo limit, and if the combo limit equals to 2, which is the second combo, we can duplicate, connect that into that, and then repeat the process to the same. Here delete this because it's oldest one, and then go back to the active walk. This is going to be automatic rule based on sequence. So when the animation ends, it's going to go back, and then going back here, we're going to add the sequence. Going back to here, we're going to be. So just for you to not get confused, when I punched, this is the first number that appears on the left, and this is the second part of the punch. Oh, here, okay. So this is 1. That's 1. There we go. Okay, 2. Enemy. Active walk to 2. Just copy this and then go here. Boom. Fixed. And if you're having any problems with collision, maybe the trace line is not going through the, it's not detecting the bot, I'm going to let you know about the my bot collision presets that I have right here. So here on the collision presets, I have custom, collision enabled query and physics, object type paw, and then the collision responses, trace responses. That's the most important setting that we have. to know about. Visibility I let on block, and camera I have ignore. Object responses I have on overlap. But I'm still having this problem where if I get on the back of the character right here, my character disappears completely. And on the BP Mori, the mesh, on this one, collision enabled query in physics, object type pawn, trace responses, visibility block, camera ignore. Okay, so now that we have the 2 combo punch animation, I'm going to add the third one. So the third one is going to be the swing. And it's going to be the right hand. So here on the event graph, I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to name this R. I'm just going to do the same thing as I did before. And the most important, yeah, I basically don't need to do anything here. But like if I was about to make the 4th one, I would need another combo limit, and I would put this limit to 3, and then I would go from there. Okay, that looks good. I'll just compile. Now let's add to play the montage. So just copy that. And add 3 here. And here I'm going to choose my animation swing. Compile, save. Now let's test this. Poof, poof, poof. All right. I'm going to increase the capsule. It's barely hitting the bot. Okay, so let's add, I don't know, maybe double the size, 16 for all of them. Okay, that's huge. Okay, that's working all right. But the problem is that we don't have motion warping yet. So for those who don't know what motion warping is, it's just basically getting the location of your character and the distance between your character and the bot, and then just dragging your character to the bot. So only when you punch. So when I punch, the character is going to move towards the bot location. So to do that, we can add the motion warping here. Just click here on add. If you don't have the motion warp plugin enabled, yeah, you can just go to plugins and then activate the motion warping mine is already enabled, so I don't need to do anything. So after you restarted your engine, you can just go here and type motion warping. Again, can just drag motion warping right here. And then the first thing you gotta check, you're gonna do on the very first combo limit on the first animation of combo, we can just browse to asset, and then here, as you can see, I already added motion warping to mine, and it's on a yeah, there you go. So a little bit away, a little bit before he punches, I'm going to add a little space in here where it's going to be the motion warping event, notify event. So to add a new motion warping, as I already have added on mine here, and just add notify state and motion warping. So you can just adjust it like so. And here on the settings, on the root modifier, I chose skew warp. For it's going to be none, so just make sure to select that one. And I don't know what this option does. Warp target name. We're going to name this hit. And here on the rotation type, we're gonna choose facing. So it's going to face the bot direction when we attack. So we're going to do this for all of your animations that you're going to use for punching. You're going to do the same thing for it to be fast. You can just select this, copy, and then go to your animation montage that you have as a punch, that you're using as a punch animation. So let's go to Mori 2. We're going to drag off this and then add update, location and rotation. So we're going to do something like this. Get actor location. It's going to get the location of the bot and the location of the character. So we need to get location function. Let me just drag this a little bit to the bottom. Let's do let's do actor, get actor location, and I'm just gonna duplicate this. Get the bot and find look at rotation, I guess. And then this goes to here. This is target. The target is the location of the bot, so find look at rotation is get actor location. What else? Okay, that's everything I gotta have yet for now. Then here, just gotta plug in, and then you're gonna see the results. Plug that into there. Compile, save. Now let's see. So what's basically gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen. Why? Right punch. Right punch. Montage. Nothing's gonna happen. Mori. Oh, here I forgot the warp target name, so just name that accordingly, and then poof, poof. There you go. So no matter the distance, it's always going to catch the bot. Try to go for the bot. So it's getting the location of the bot and my location to calculate the distance between them, and then just drag my character to that location, which is the bot. All right. So we don't want that to happen right when you right here and then just punch and then just teleport to the bot. So what we can do, we can just get a specified location where we're going to use the motion warping correctly. The motion warping is going to work. So to do that, we're going to add a box collision. So when the character overlaps this box collision right here, the motion warping is going to work. It's going to get in action. So let's go to add collision, box collision, and we can just do that very big, something like that. One thing that I like to do here is just here on search, make sure you select your box collision. Let me just name this front attack, front let's detect, front detect, maybe bot front detect, hidden, just wait, I glitched, hidden, just uncheck that, and then take thickness to maybe 1, and color, I'm going to choose just a color here. And then down here, the collision box selected, we can just click here on component begin overlap, and then go back to the box collision and click on end overlap. So when we overlap this box collision, we're going to check what is, well, let me just delete this. This is the old PP enemy that we're going to check if it's the same. So we're going to check if what we detect is our character. So whatever comes out of true here, that means that the bot has detected that the player is inside the box, is overlapping the box collision. We're gonna do the same for actually no. Okay, so go here on variables. We can just we're going to create one for now, and we're going to name this bot front detect. We can't bot front bot detect bot front. And we can just set this variable to true, and then just duplicate this. All right. There we go. Now on the event tick here, I'm going to print a string. So it's going to tell us if the bot has detected us. So here, let's see, true, false, true. That's perfect. So now we need to get the information of this variable right here, bond front detect, inside memories. So we're going to create a new variable. We're going to name this bot front detected. We're going to choose a boolean, and we're gonna get this. Let's go back to the BP. Go back to BP bot 2 and compile. Make sure to compile MORE2. Get MORE2, and on here we're going to set bot detect like that. There you go. So now we know when our character is on the collision box of the bot. Let's duplicate this. Target is motion warping. Now here, if the bot front detected is true, then I want my character to punch with the motion warp. Oh, with the motion warping. And if it's false, I want my character, I want the motion warping to reset the target location and play. So it's going to play the animation montage without motion warping. So I guess that's it. Let me just check something here. Add and okay, we're going to add just from location. Just exclude, just delete this, and we're going to get motion warping. Update location only, and then hit, and then choose that. Then choose this instead of the other node. I guess that's gonna work. Let's see. So the first punch, we're outside the box collision. We hit. Okay. We have a little problem with facing. So now from here we're going to get the body. In your case, you're gonna get the mesh. We're gonna get location, get socket location, and here on the socket name we're gonna write pelvis, and the return value we're gonna connect to target location. I'm gonna do the same for the others. It would be better if you could create a function where we could store all this information right here. So now we're going to create another function. Reset update. And then we're just going to paste in here. And the socket location is going to be head instead of pelvis. Compile. And close out of that. And then here, just going to drag and drop. And then do the same for the others. So here to increase the combo, as we increase the combo, we also have to increase the state machine, the number of possibilities they can attack the bot. So here we have the light, and on the third punch, on the swing punch, I want the bot to fall. So we need like a hard hit on the bot for it to fall. So I'm going to choose this one. That one looks good. I'm going to disable loop animation. And from here, I'm just gonna copy this setup right here. And sometimes it glitches for some reason. I cannot get this little dot here. Oh, there you go. Now I can just replace the 2 by 3. And it's gonna work like simply like that. There we go. Now we just need to enable root motion and add the play sound punch UE5. I've done this process so many times that the more I do it, the more I learn how things work. So the more you do it, the more sophisticated your code is going to be. So there's more chances that this code is going to work for you and you're not gonna get any glitches. So now we did for the front part. But what if I want to hit the character from the back? If I try to hit from the back, it still plays the animation of like hand being punching forward, which is not realistic. So what I'm gonna do is like kind of pretty obvious, which as you can see right here, I have the front box. I can just add the back box right here, and then when a character overlaps this box, and when I punch, I want the bot to play an animation that he's being punched from the back. I already have these animations right here. I can show you, like, type here behind, hit behind and hit light. Oops, I deleted everything. And here you can see hit light. And I have hit behind. This one, I think he falls. Yeah. So I'm going to place them. I'm going to set it up. So I'm gonna teach you guys how I can do it. It's just basically the same code, but for the back side. Bot from detect, bot front detect. I'm going to create for the back as well. Back. There you go. Now you need to go to the event graph. Promote this to variable. And then finally go to the ending graph. Duplicate this. First go to light behind, disable animation, and let's duplicate this. And from active walk, we're going to create a transition to that, and one to that, and then one to that, and hit behind to active walk. Enable automatic rule based. Enable that. Enable that as well. There we go. Now let's just copy this code right here. And then on this transition rule, we're going to paste it. We're going to replace by 1, and we're going to add a pin here. We're going to get bot back. We're going to add on that, and then we're going to enter the transition. We can copy all this and do the same for the others. This is going to the second transition rule. This is going to the third. And then I'm not gonna do like all for this to be perfect, but just for you to understand how it works. So when I get on his back, the motion warping is not working, so we're gonna fix that right now. Bump frauds from detected. We're going to get the bot back detected. So we're gonna have to get end boolean. Actually, we're going to get the or boolean. So either if the player is near, either from the back or on the front of the bot, he can attack, and the motion warping is going to work. So the motion warping is going to work regardless if the player is in the front or at the back. There we go. Now let's test that out. The front is working. Let's see on the back. It's not working for the third, I guess. I forgot to disable this option here, loop animation. So check that off. Yeah. And I'm also gonna add the play. I'm gonna add the punch sound. Let's add a transition rule to this. Here on the radius for the last trace, we're going to choose like 30. So you can get a better trace. Yep. Go back to AVP. And here, copy. The radius for this is going to be 20. Wait. Let's try now. Okay, that's way better. So I guess that's gonna fix for the major problems that I was having. before. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that looks nice. There you go. Of course, it's not perfect, like when you like span the left mouse button. You know, you're gonna get all that, but it's fine. So that's gonna be it for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.